Very few things in the universe are a binary. Free will is not one of them. Close to the bottom of the spectrum are single-celled organisms. Then, as a life form becomes more complex and its intelligence increases, so too does its free will.
I hate how much of adulthood is just telling yourself, no. No, I shouldn't touch that cop's gun. No, I shouldn't have a Jaeger bomb for breakfast.
I shouldn't?
No, I shouldn't jump on the tracks to disprove that one of the rails is electrified. No, I shouldn't sell all of my belongings and go live off the land in the wilderness.
Why not? That's a great idea.
A common misconception is that self-control and agency are inversely linked. That is, as your discipline increases, your satisfaction decreases. But these intrusive thoughts exemplify an obvious straw man. The self-control to contain your animalistic desires and override your chemical motivations, that is freedom. Addiction is the willful delegation of freedom to an external entity. It is an existential tranquilizer. I kept vaping for 34 days longer after publishing the final quit. After 2 weeks of nicotine-lessness, I was spending a lot more time on social media. I was eating a lot more candy. I was complaining a lot more. And I was getting angrier more easily. I was spending almost 800 rupees a day on sugary shit just to regulate dopamine between classes. My cynicism was like traffic in the city, never deafening, but constantly distracting from the background. Having lost control to my rage, I broke 2 sets of headphones, a fan, and my best friend's pipe. All of these are symptoms of decreased discipline. Free will and self-control go hand in hand. They rise together, they fall together. With a month clean of nicotine under my belt, I have discovered that chemical imbalance is not the sole variable that leads to a loss of control. Jealousy is a bit, but I refuse to be its slave. Feelings are not a roaring lion, but a whimpering mouse. Quiet your mind and you can decipher their whisper. Frustratingly, the choices we make are not made exclusively on logic and reason alone. Obviously. A study in 2011 by Shai Danziger, Jonathan Levav, and Leora Avnaim Peso looked at 1,112 parole decisions and concluded that the judges were 65% more merciful if they had just eaten. While that information does imply hard determinism, it does not relieve us of responsibility for our actions. Between our ears is a swelling ocean of electrical chemistry and metabolism, a cloud of consciousness. The responsibility to stabilize this storm, to optimize logical decision-making and existential agency is the responsibility of the individual alone. I am the only one who can answer for my mistakes, so I am the only one who can choose to sleep well. To hydrate, to exercise, to eat real cacao instead of factory-processed craps, to not get intoxicated to cope with scary emotions, to not fucking relapse into nicotine addiction. And yet I cannot ignore the immaterial manifestations of the tsunami in my skull. If my neurology is optimized, then I must face those scary emotions, not with logic, but with self-acceptance. Acknowledging that I am an emotional being, bound by faulty flesh. Yeah, that's good. Oh.
Estoy grabando mi próximo video.